Let me ask you a question. If I told you that tomorrow morning your competitors could add a massive, highly capable digital workforce to their organization overnight without building a single new office, would you be interested? Look, we're about to have a really sharp business conversation today. We're talking about competitive advantage, cost, productivity, and the fundamental future of the enterprise. So let's dive right into this explainer. Imagine bringing on 1,000 new digital employees. Now, what makes this digital workforce truly game-changing is that they don't take holidays, they work 24/7, and more importantly, they are not just basic chatbots answering isolated questions. They're AI agents. They can actually research, analyze information, use your business software, execute tasks, make decisions within defined boundaries, and even collaborate with other AI agents.
And this is exactly where I believe Indian businesses need to start thinking differently. Because this brings up a really uncomfortable reality for CEOs and business leaders today. What happens to your market share when your competitors build an actual AI workforce and you're still just out there buying AI tools? I'm Shrikanchan Bhomik from AI Skills, and we are going to pivot your mindset entirely today, from software procurement over to your fundamental operating model.
To do that, here is our agenda. First, going beyond the AI tool trap. Second, the 5-layer AI workforce. Third, redesigning enterprise knowledge work. Fourth, the new cost of work. Fifth, architecture and enterprise governance. And finally, a 90-day execution roadmap. Let's get started.
Section 1. Beyond the AI tool trap.
So here is the biggest misunderstanding in enterprise AI right now. For the last 2 years, we've been asking employees to use AI tools, right? ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, automation platforms. That's useful for sure, but confusing a software license with a business strategy is a trap. That's just stage 1. It's only the beginning. The transformational reality is stage 5, AI as a workforce, where specialized agents collaborate with human supervision. The bigger opportunity is not simply giving AI to your employees, it's giving AI responsibility for parts of the business process. Which means the real question for a CEO is no longer, which AI tools should we buy? The question is now, which business processes should become agentic? This is a very different conversation, because when you start looking at AI agents this way, you're not talking about IT software spending anymore. You're talking about your operating model. Section 2, the 5-layer AI workforce. Let's walk through a practical framework you can use to measure your organization's AI maturity today. Step 1 is the AI copilot. The human is fully responsible. The AI just kind of accelerates the work. Step 2 is the AI assistant. Here, AI starts executing individual tasks, like drafting emails, but the human still drives the workflow. Now, step 3 is the major breakthrough, the AI agent. You give the agent an objective, and it actually figures out the steps required. Step 4 takes that further into a multi-agent team. Imagine a research agent, a data agent, and a reporting agent, all collaborating. And finally, step 5 is the AI workforce. We're talking hundreds of these agents operating across your company, while humans handle strategy, governance, and accountability. Section 3, redesigning enterprise knowledge work. So how do we actually put this into practice? Take sales. Today, a salesperson spends hours researching prospects, updating the CRM, and following up. Tomorrow, an AI agent could handle that, while the salesperson focuses entirely on relationships, negotiation, and closing the deal. Or take finance. An AI agent could collect information, analyze variances, and prepare management reports, while the finance leader is purely responsible for judgment and approval. And this exact same logic applies to HR, procurement, customer service, you name it. Here's why this matters so much. AI agents automate sequences of knowledge work, not just isolated tasks. They're handing off information from one step to the next. This isn't about giving your team a shiny new tool. It's a fundamental shift in responsibility over to the AI. Section 4, the new cost of work. When you make that shift, you completely redefine your enterprise economics. If a totally manual business process costs, say, $1,000 per completed case today, basic AI assistance might bring that down to $600. But when you redesign the workflow entirely around AI agents, the cost absolutely plummets. You're talking about massive gains in speed and productivity. The biggest takeaway here is this. The unit of analysis changes from the cost of software to the cost of work. You are no longer asking, how much does this AI subscription cost? You're asking, how much does this entire business process cost? And what will it cost after an agentic transformation? That is where true competitive advantage lives. Section 5. Architecture and Enterprise Governance. But there is one really big mistake I see organizations making right now. They run dozens of AI experiments, but they have zero overall agent strategy. One team builds an agent, another buys an automation tool, another uses ChatGPT, and nobody is asking the critical questions. What can these agents access? What decisions are they actually allowed to make? When exactly must a human step in and approve? How do we measure their performance? You need an operating model, not 500 rogue pilots. And to solve that, you need enterprise AI architecture. Simply put, this is a secure, governed system that defines exactly how these multiple AI agents interact with each other, your enterprise data, and their human supervisors. Because scalable AI absolutely requires strict human-in-the-loop controls. You just can't scale what you can't govern. Section 6, the 90-day execution roadmap. If I were advising a company today, here's what I'd tell them. Don't start by asking, where can we use AI? Start with, which work should humans stop doing manually? In the first 30 days, identify your repetitive, high-volume knowledge work processes. Pick 2 or 3 of them. Over the next 30 days, build controlled AI agent pilots to measure the actual business impact. And by days 61 to 90, you scale what works and lock in that enterprise governance. And I have to say, I believe the next major competitive advantage for Indian companies won't just come from having better AI tools. It will come from building a better AI-powered workforce. India has this incredible, unique global opportunity to transition our massive IT and business process capabilities into a fundamentally new operating model. The next generation of successful Indian companies will likely have smaller human teams managing much larger, highly scalable AI operations. We really need to reframe the narrative here. The old way of thinking was a story of job replacement, humans versus AI. But the new future, the reality we are literally designing right now, is about powerful orchestration. It's humans plus AI agents plus AI agent teams. Companies that figure out how to orchestrate that synergy are going to move with unprecedented speed. The question is no longer whether AI is going to change your workforce. It already is. The real question is, will you design your AI workforce, or will your competitors design theirs first? Don't wait for the AI workforce to arrive. Start designing yours today. If you are a CEO, CIO, CTO, or senior business leader, and your organization is exploring AI agents or agentic AI, I would be very happy to have an executive conversation with you. You can connect with me through AI Skill Ace. I'm Sri Kanchan Bhaumik, founder of AI Skill Ace, AI scientist, corporate AI advisor, and faculty at IITs and IAMs. We offer executive advisory and transformation programs to help you build exactly this architecture. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really look forward to connecting with you soon.